Good morning, everyone. Really excited, my third year standing at this podium doing this, only slightly less nervous than I was the first time, to be able to introduce such an ambitious agenda, the conversation about how housing builds our economy, bringing together advocates and community development and housing and economic development folks to kind of work towards a common goal.
This is such an incredible time to be in this work with the Housing Hub now in existence. We're talking about everything from tiny homes to the big economic development picture. And it's just truly exciting.
2 years ago, the City and the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro began a series of listening sessions. And we spoke with the community, focusing on the increasing inability of our residents to access and maintain safe, decent, and affordable housing. That feedback led to a proposal at the 2016 Housing Summit to launch an initiative to seek solutions and a plan of action.
I've been here long enough now to remember a different feeling about this summit and some of the work around housing in the community, where I didn't necessarily feel we were all working in the same direction or on the same page. I feel that now. It's a difference to me. So, okay, people agree. That's good.
It takes a whole set of elements to address all of our community's housing needs. And everything from the planners to the landowners, to the architects and engineers, to the financiers, to the realtors, the appraisers, right down the line to the folks that are occupying units. And at any one of those stops along a process, you can be discouraged and end up not doing a project. And so as we talk through today, and I think within this audience, probably every one of those elements is represented here in the room. And it's the system that really has to work. And what I'm looking forward to today is hearing how this becomes a true economic engine for our community.
Today, over 20,000 households in Greensboro struggle to afford their housing by paying more than 30% of their income for housing costs. The Housing Our Community Stakeholders has set a vision that everyone in our community deserves to live in safe, decent, affordable housing. We've developed a mission statement to close Greensboro's affordability gap through collaborative community action. And there are many, many folks in this room and around the community who have been part of that process and leading and driving those discussions.
All of us are here today for a reason. And I had to think about that when I was putting this speech together the other day. And I came up with 3 ideas that said this is why we do what we do. Number 1, obviously we want to provide for ourselves and provide for our families. 2, all of us know in here that there's a percentage of this population that don't have the same opportunities as you and I, and they need our help. And 3, and we don't think about this very often, but we're all just one stroke of bad luck away from being exactly like the people that we are serving.
Community organizers and folks that are inside the community in those neighborhoods standing up for the things that they want to see and the positive changes that they want to see. So we really need to listen to them as we go about this work.
When the community comes together, I believe that is the best version of us as a city. That is where we find real solutions. It is where we really start to dig in and find the answers that our community needs.
I think everybody in this room believes in the idea that we should have safe, affordable housing in Greensboro. And that should be a priority for all of us, right? Whatever sector that we're in. If we're an elected official, we have to believe it. If we're a foundation, we have to fund it. If we're a private sector developer, we have to plan it and try to find ways to make profit out of it. If we're people who live in the community, we need to be advocating for ourselves, and we need to support each other, and those of us who aren't in those communities need to help them. Because as we saw today, there are people dealing with a whole lot of stress in their lives. They've lost employment. We've got to seek to build a new economy in this town that grows in a way that builds shared prosperity. that we are all a part of that and we support each other. And when we do that, we have better neighborhoods, we have better communities, we have better school systems, we have better health systems, we have better economic development initiatives that we have to go fund. We have better community leaders, we have better elected officials, and we have community that we all want to live in. That's the kind of community that I think everybody in this room wants, right?